What's up, guys? This is Oddsar here. I'm bringing you guys my week 7 match of the PCL, and this week we are facing off versus Zephyr. Sorry, I don't know how to necessarily pronounce that, but we're facing off versus the Detroit Magnetons, and honestly, I really do enjoy that neon logo. It's one of my favorites in the league and one of my favorites I've seen so far. There's very few that I honestly personally think contest with that one. So let's just get on into the matchup with that being said. And I'm just gonna come straight out and say it. We kinda didn't let him play this week, and I really do apologize for that, but it is what it is. He didn't stop me, so we're going to see a very sped up video, and I'm going to explain pretty much what happened throughout the game in very quick detail. But first, let's talk about his team. And his roster consists of Protein Grin, Mega Gallade, Lando T, Milk Tank, Jirachi, Toxapex, Rotom Heat, Amoonguss, Aromatisse, and Piloswine, and Articuno. So that's his team. And spoiler alert, Raikou picked up a 6-0. Yes, spoiler alert, you can already see the video is going to be pretty short, so let's just talk about my team and what I decided to bring. So first is a mostly offensive Blastoise that has some special bulk to mainly take a few hits from a special Greninja. I have a Water Pulse, Dark Pulse, Ice Beam, or a Sphere. And depending on like what Greninja wants to try and attack me with, I can always normally switch this in. And yeah, that's pretty much all for the Blastoise. Raikou, the star of the show, with Calm Mind, Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Ice, Substitute, and Leftovers. So I have pretty much max speed, enough speed to outspeed Mega Gallade, and the rest. Actually not the rest, and I put 156 EVs into HP and 132 into special attack, and I do believe that I was able to Oko Jirachi if I was at +3, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was the calc that we were going for with that. After that, I have Decidueye, which would be my Greninja, or one of my counters to either Greninja or Mega Gallade, be able to kill it with a Gallade with a Spirit Shackle, or maybe even U-turn off into the Greninja, getting some momentum that way by either getting something else in, or either just trying to get chip damage off with the U-turn. And I have max attack Adamant with 132 into speed and 124 into HP. Next off, we have Kyurem Black with Earth Power, Ice Beam, Focus Blast, and Hail, with the Ice Beam Z for either Z Hail if I'm able to get that up, or Z Ice Beam if I need the damage on something. And I have 28 EVs into HP, 252 into special attack, and 228 into speed with a timid nature. And after that, I have Mienshao with Choice Band, with High Jump Kick, Knockoff, U-Turn, and Stone Edge, with max speed Jolly and max Adamant. I don't think I really sped crapped with that one because I didn't think it was necessary. That's why it's 252 sets. And finally, it was Clef with 244 HP, with a Bold Nature, and 252 into defense and 12 into special attack because I wanted a odd number of HP. And its move is Moonblast, Wish, Psyshock, and Protect with the Kebia Berry. And I'm also unaware in case Gallade wanted to try and get SD up or something like that. But let's just jump right on into this game. At first, I led Kyurem Black because he didn't really have anything that broke it, and once I dealt with the Toxapex, or weakened the Toxapex enough where Earth Power would kill, I would be in a pretty good situation to kind of just win with Kyurem Black. The only thing that stops me is like a Chople Rotom Heat or something like that. So with that, I end up leading Kyurem Black. He leads Milk Tank, which is fine. I first off go for Ice Beam to try and chip it down, see what he'll want to go with, and then I go into a Focus Blast That pretty much weakens the Miltank to very little, and he gets rocks up, goes out into Toxapex, and then we trade moves back and forth. I'll click Ice Beam a couple of times, I'll click Earth Power a couple of times, and I actually did make the read on the first switch in with Earth Power, so there's that. I brought it down to half immediately, and then we just kept going back and forth with the chip game because I couldn't actually do enough to actually kill the Toxapex because of Recover plus plus whatever. Anyways, I eventually decide to go out into Raikou on the Toxapex and then get a sub up, and then this is where it becomes a Raikou game the entire way through. Raikou does not leave the field after this moment, after getting that initial sub up, and Raikou will end up getting to +6 and winning me this game. This interchange with Articuno and Zapdos, or Articuno and Raikou, is not a toss. They're going back and forth. I'm trying to get a sub up with Calm Mind up. He's trying to break my sub and not allow me to get Calm Minds up. So that is the whole back and forth of trying to do. We're trying to get each other up. I would have been able to do this a lot sooner and be able to beat the Altaria if he didn't crit me 3 times, but we're not really going to worry about that because in the end of the day, I did not let him play this game. Raikou got in, got a Calm Mind up, eventually killed this Articuno, and will eventually allow me to kill this Articuno with T-Bolt in a couple more turns. This is the majority of the game was right here, was trying to not let this Raikou get set up. Maybe if he tried to, the only thing I think he could have done a little bit different, instead of trying to break my sub, was haze. Maybe I'm not really sure what that would have accomplished for him, but that and keep the HP on the Articuno. Like he needed HP. He needed HP on the Articuno, and he also needed me not to be +1. The sub was definitely important for the Greninja, because at this point I was thinking he was going to be Scarf Lando. I was completely banking on the fact that he was going to be Scarf Coco, and I finally did kill the Articuno. I'm at +1. I get to +2 on the Rotom here. He misses a Fire Blast, which is kind of important because I wouldn't have been able to get set up as much as I did. And honestly, I probably didn't need to set up as much as I did either, but I ended up doing it just for a safety measure and just making sure I could live any hit from any special attacker. With that, I do get up to +4 and +5, eventually getting up to +6. He does miss two overheats, which is very unfortunate. One would have definitely broken the sub. The second one, not so much, but it would have at least chipped the sub and made me sub again after that. So it was a very long haxy game, kinda, because he missed 2 overheats and he crit me 3 times, which kinda mattered, which not really, but could have mattered, I guess, is the word I should be thinking of. And eventually I do go and kill the Rotom. I'm at +6. He almost killed himself to struggle. If he was chipped a little bit more, I would have definitely won that. He brings out Toxapex, goes down to a T-Bolt. He brings out Lando, goes down to a Hidden Power Ice, and then he goes out into the Greninja. He attacks me and kills my sub. And since he did bring out Lando, I know it's not Scarfed at this point, and I don't have to worry about a Scarf Lando trying to revenge me. He goes out into Greninja, and then the final Mon, which will end it there. I end up killing every single Mon with Thundy, not Thundy, sorry, with Raikou, and that will be my Week 7 game. I was just able to get Raikou in the right situation with one Calm Mind and a sub up, and he had no way of dealing with that, which that's kind of unfortunate, but that it is what it is. And I was able to get a 6-0 win with a +6 Raikou. I might not have necessarily needed to get to +6, but it was definitely a neat thing. You don't get to see setup like that too often, and that type of thing. And by the way, I do apologize once again for completely not letting you play, and hopefully I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, hope you guys do enjoy this once again. I'll see you guys next week whenever we face our Week 8 opponent, and stay tuned to that. Hopefully that game will be really good. I haven't actually played it yet. We're doing that pretty soon, and this is where I'm going to sign out. Hope you guys do enjoy once again, and I'll see you guys next week. Later.